Okay, class, good morning. So, our topic for today is regarding donor stocks. So, donor stocks is part of our discussion on transfer taxes. So, like the estate, like our discussion on estate tax, donor tax is also a transfer tax. Though, donor tax is the gratuitous transfer of property from one living person to another. So, donor's tax is inter vivos, while estate tax is mortis causa. Okay, so we know the difference of those two transfer taxes. Then, in donation, we have four essential requisites. Okay, for a valid donation. So, essential requisites. One is the capacity of the donor. Capacity. When making donation, of course, the donor must be legally capacitated. So when we say legally capacitated, so meron siyang legal competence to make the donation. So a donation made by a minor, insane, by one under hypnotic spell, gano'n, is a unenforceable na donation. So, hindi siya valid donation kapag walang kapag hindi in legal capacity yung ating donor. So, kapag yung nagbigay sa'yo, kunyari si Kiko ng Save More, binigyan kanya ng push cart, hindi yung donation kasi wala siyang legal capacity to do so kasi he is not in his right mind. Okay? The next is the intention to donate. So, under intention to donate, syempre dapat um, stipulated na uh, it is it is the intention of the donor to give and transfer ownership of the property. Okay? And it must be voluntary. Okay? So walang implied donation. Kunwari si Ken, binigyan niya ng cellphone si ah, Miss S, tapos hindi niya sinabi kung sa kanya na ba yon or anong intention niya, bakit binigyan, I mean kung bakit niya binigay, ganyan. Hindi pwedeng sabihin ni Miss S na, oh, sa akin na to kasi binigay ni Ken. Ganyan. Dapat, um, ang tawag dito, dapat specified kung ano yung intention nung turnover ng property. Kung sa kanya na ba yun or papahawak lang, papatago lang, or pwede niyang gamitin pero yung ownership kay Ken pa rin. Na. So, dapat clear yung ating intention. Next is the donative act or the delivery. So, pag sinabi sa inyo ng lolo nyo na lahat ng kalupaan na yan na nakikita mo, papamana ko sa'yo. Yan. Or ibibigay ko sa'yo. Pero hindi niya naman transfer sa'yo. Walang donation na nangyari. Di ba? Parang inuto ka lang nung lolo. Okay? So, walang donation na yan. Dapat meron tayong delivery. Okay? May actual transfer of ownership. Okay? Next is lastly, we have the acceptance. So, tanggapin mo na lang. Just acceptance of by the donor. So, pag sinabi natin acceptance by the donor, dapat yung donation is willingly na tinanggap ng ating donor ay donee. Kasi, sabi nga sa definition, no one shall be compelled to accept the generosity of another. So, pag binigyan ka ng lupa, dapat tanggapin mo kung tatanggapin mo talaga. I mean, kapag may nag-donate sa'yo ng lupa, tapos hindi mo tinanggap, then there is no um, legal, I mean, you are not compelled to take care of that land. Okay? Bakit kailangan tanggapin? Siyempre, pag tinanggap mo yung lupa na yun, it will be your property. So, it comes with responsibilities. Diba? First, you will have to pay the property taxes on that. Then, you will have to uh, um, develop that property, or you should take care of that property. Diba? Kasi, kunyari, land siya. Land yung dinonate sa'yo. Tapos, hindi mo siya prinotektahan. Hindi mo siya inalagaan. Di ba? Parang sa sa relationship lang din yan. Di ba? Pag binigyan ka, pag may pag-aari ka, tapos hindi mo inalagaan, hindi mo prinotektahan, anong mangyayari? Siyempre, maghahanap yan ng iba. Di ba? Or kukunin yan ng iba. Pag kinahayan ng iba, diba? For example, binahayan or um, may may mga informal settlers dun sa lupa na yon. Tapos dineclare nila for tax declaration. Tapos hindi mo you are not aware, or dahil nga wala kang pakialam, hinayaan mo lang. So dahil sa tiyaga nila, di ba? Hindi mo alam yung ownership ng property pala. Unti-unti nang nalilipat sa kanila. Di ba? Yan. So, time will come, break na kayo. May iba na pala siya. Yun lang yun. So, kapag may nag-donate sa inyo, di ba, it comes with responsibility. So, no one should be compelled to accept the generosity of another kung ayaw niyang mag-take ng responsibility on that property. Gets? Ayan. So, kapag may donation na nangyari, kapag in-accept, then completed. Pag hindi in-accept, then the donation is not yet complete. Gets? Ayan. So, those are the essential requisites for a valid donation. Okay? So, what about the formal requisites? Ano ba yung mga uh, kailangan natin when it comes to donation? So, when the property donated is a real property, okay, it must be in a public instrument. Yan. So, public instrument kasi, ano ba yung proof of ownership mo when it comes to real property? Di ba? Yung title, yung ano pa ba? Diba? You have the certificate of ownership when it comes to real property. So kapag transfer mo siya, syempre, hindi lang yung property yung transfer mo, pati yung um, proof of ownership. So, kung maglilipat ka ng property, dapat kasama yung title. Gets? Or it must be in writing. Kung hindi man matransfer ka agad yung proof of ownership, then the donation must be in writing. Para uh, kapag for example, ako yung nag-donate, tapos bigla akong nag-migrate abroad, di ba? Alangan namang istorbohin mo pa ako sa abroad para lang dun sa property na donate. Dapat, before I go, the donation must have been in a public instrument, duly notarized by a lawyer to be valid. Okay? So, kapag meron ka ng public instrument, then you can just apply for a transfer of ownership. Right, correct? Right. Next is, kapag yung property is uh, tangible personal property, kapag less than 5,000, yung ating requirement would just be to be valid, oral agreement will suffice. Okay, pag less than 5,000. So, basta um, nag-agree kayo, kahit verbal or agreement, then it is a valid donation. But if it is more than 5,000, then it must be in writing. Okay? Ibig sabihin, kapag more than 5,000 na yung donation, kailangan mo na ng proof. Kasi pag wala kang proof, anytime, pwede niyang bawiin yan. Okay? Kasi yung burden of proof is dun sa nagki-claim ng ownership. Diba? For example, uh, nasa donor pa rin yung resibo ng property. So, pwede niyang i-claim yun na sa kanya kasi nakapangalan sa kanya yung resibo. Yan. So, kukunin niya sa'yo. Pero, pag meron kayong written agreement na pwede mong ipakita na duly signed ng both parties na transfer mo ng property sa akin. Then, the, the donor has no longer the right uh, to get back the property. Okay? So, lastly, if the property is an intangible property. So, kapag intangible properties, ano bang proof of um, ownership mo dito, di ba? Any public instrument din. So, paano mo siya ita-transfer? Dapat through public instrument din. Okay? Yan lang yan. Next, what are the types of inter-US donations? So, one is the direct donation and the indirect donation. So, kapag direct donation, ito yung transfer from the donor to the donee. Kapag indirect donation naman, meron tayong tinatawag na transfer to trust. Okay, we have third party. Okay, meron tayong tinatawag na yung bridge ba, di ba? Pag hindi mo kayang mag-propose dun sa isang tao, dadaan ka muna sa bridge. Yeah. Oy, lakad mo muna ako sa ganito. Ganun. Ganun yan. Ganun din. Sa indirect donation. Okay? So, kapag yung indirect donation natin is revocable, so kapag revocable, ibig sabihin pwedeng umatras yung donor. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa perfected yung donation. Okay, hindi pa siya completed. Completed na siya kapag yung transfer of ownership is fully transferred to the donee. Gets? Yeah. Kapag irrevocable naman, once transferred to the trustee, I mean to the trust, then the donation is already completed. Okay? So, I hope that's clear. Next is, what are the types of donors? We have discussed this in the earlier chapters. So, types of donors when it comes to uh, tax tax classification. So, we have resident or citizen, and the non-resident. Okay. So, dalawa lang yan. So, kapag resident citizen ay resident or citizen, pag sinabi natin resident or citizen, basta meron yung word na resident or citizen dun sa classification niya, lahat ng donation niya globally will be subject to donor's tax. Okay? While, if the classification is a non-resident alien, yung donation niya lang ng property within the Philippines will be taxed. Okay? Except for intangible personal properties. Yan, intangible personal properties, because this is subject to the reciprocity conditions. Okay? So kapag non-taxable siya, kapag ang donation ng intangible properties sa sa residency niya is non-taxable, then it will not also be taxed here in the Philippines. Okay? So, do not be confused dun sa tinatawag nating tax credit. Okay? When it comes to reciprocity conditions. Kapag tax credit, ibig sabihin, meron ka ng tax na binayaran sa ibang sa ibang bansa for that property. Okay? Then it will be a deductible payment sa ating tax payable. Okay, yun yung tax credit. Pero pag sinabi natin reciprocity condition, kumbaga kung ano yung treatment, okay, doon sa place of residency ng taxpayer, yun din yung magiging treatment dito sa atin. Okay? So, I hope that's clear. So, please take note that under NIRC, that is our old tax law, nire-require nating i-classify yung donee. Classification. So, kapag ang donee kasi natin is a relative, kamag-anak din yan, it will be taxed using the progressive tax. Okay? Yan. While if the donee is a stranger, ang ating magiging tax is 30% flat rate. Okay? But in our uh, train law, there's no need to classify. Okay? So, ang ating tax rate is 6% flat. Okay? 6% flat, parang si Senyor Santibanias. Ayan. So, please take note of that. Okay? So, we have some illustrations in your book, so please refer to them. Um, you have any questions, just ask me, okay, through our Facebook Messenger. So, we also have here the nature of donor tax, which is similar to our estate tax because they are both transfer taxes. So they are privilege tax, proportional tax, annual tax, ad valorem, national tax, and it's a fiscal tax. So we have discussed this in our previous chapters. Next is the rationale of donors tax. We have also seen which is similar to um, the other transfer tax. So this is to control tax evasion, to control of the estate tax, income tax, and to recoup future loss of income tax revenues. Okay, so just review them. Next is what are the exempt gifts or exempt donations? So we have enumerated it in our book. So the following are the exempt donations. One is donation to exempt donees under the NIRC and special laws. So um, these donees are also enumerated in our book. So one is the Aquaculture Department of the Southeast Asian Fishery Development, Development Academy of the Philippines, University of the Philippines, mga ganyan. Kapag donation sa mga institution na accredited by our NIRC, then it will be an exempt donation. Okay? Another one is donations for election campaign. Okay? So question, yung yung drug money daw ba na tinanggap ni allegedly tinanggap ni Senator Laila De Lima nung campaign period niya. Is it a taxable donation or not? Of course, it is not a taxable donation. Why? Because it is a donation for election campaign. Okay. But is it illegal donation? Bahala na yung ating court to decide on that matter. But as to the uh, uh, tax on that donation, it is a non-taxable donation because it is for an election campaign. Next, so we have transfers for insufficient consideration involving real property classified as capital assets. Okay? Kapag transfers, kapag real property classified as capital assets kasi, of course, yung um, income or loss on that property is taxed using our um, rules on capital tax. Okay, it will no longer be part of our donors tax. But if it is not a capital asset or it is a personal asset, then our rule on the insufficiency of consideration will apply. Okay? So kapag gross insufficient siya, then the difference will be subject to our donor's tax. Okay, so that is the difference. Kapag capital asset, syempre sa capital gains tax siya. Next, we have general renunciation of inheritance. Kapag general renunciation of inheritance, ibig sabihin, hindi mo tinanggap yung inheritance mo, okay? Pero hindi mo ni-specify kung kanino mapupunta. Kasi kapag in-specify mo, for example, tatlo kayong magkakapatid. Kasi sabi, kapag yung inheritance has only two heirs, kapag dalawa lang kayo tagapagmana, nag-renunciate ka ng inheritance mo, okay, hindi mo tinanggap inheritance mo, automatic dun sa kabilang party mapupunta yung inheritance mo, be it general or specific renunciation. Kapag specific renunciation, i-specify mo kung kanino mapupunta yung inheritance mo. Di ba? Wala ka namang ibang um, mapagbibigyan kundi isang heir. Di ba? So that will be an exempt renunciation. Pero kapag more than two yung yung heir, syempre, it will be unfair for the other heir na i-renounce mo yung inheritance mo in favor of the other heir, 'di ba? So ang magiging treatment natin doon is parang tinanggap mo yung inheritance mo, then dinonate mo siya doon sa ibang heir. Okay? So clear tayo doon when it comes to renunciation of inheritance. Next is donation with with reserve powers. So parang transfer lang pero hindi mo naman kumbaga wala ka namang control over that property. Okay? So, okay, itong land na to will be donated to you. Pero ako ang gagamit, ako may control, ako magsasabi kung anong gagawin sa land na to, diba? There's no full transfer of ownership kasi wala naman siyang control over the property. So, that is not yet a taxable donation. Next is donation to the government for public use. So kapag donation to private entities, private person, taxable yan. Pero pag transfer to government, di ba? Government, laging, wow, non-taxable. Di ba? Okay. Edi sila lang ang malakas. Ganun. Okay, so pag transfer to government for public use, it will not be a taxable donation. Next, donation to accredited non-profit institutions. Non-profit institutions, syempre non-profit na nga, tataksa mo pa. Anyway, ayan, for yung mga accredited non-profit institution, yung donations na will not be a taxable donation. Next is quasi-transfer. Quasi-transfer is not a real transfer. Okay? Maybe it is just the right of use of rock. Okay? Gamitin mo muna yan. Okay? Habang nasa ibang bansa kami, ganyan. Ikaw mo nang gagamit. So, that is not a donation. It's just a right of use of rock as a transfer. Next is void donation kapag incapacitated yung nag-donate. So, invalid yung donation. Then, kapag void donation, ibig sabihin, it is not a valid donation from the start. Okay? Next is the foreign donation of non-resident alien donor. Siyempre, non-resident alien na nga. Diba? Wala naman tayong pakialam sa properties niya outside the Philippines. Okay? So, ayun. Next is donations of property exempt under reciprocity. Okay? Kapag exempt siya under reciprocity condition, then it will also be exempt. Okay, so properties under reciprocity, should be an intangible property. Okay? Ayan. So, I think that ends our discussion on the donation. So, if you have any questions or clarifications, please don't hesitate to message me through our LMS group chat or our Facebook Messenger group chat. Okay? Have a good day and good luck on your exams.